Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is a weekly reading for the Divine Feminine for December 13th through the 20th. So happy last Friday, the 13th of the decade. Also, we just had a full moon in Gemini Tuesday, or not Tuesday, I'm sorry, the 12th. So I hope you guys had a gorgeous full moon in Gemini, as well as the lingering energies that are still hanging out with us. And yeah, we'll just get into it. So our weekly lesson is the chalices. So this is like Ace of Cups energy. What I'm feeling is that the Divine Feminine is just not emotionally fulfilled at this time. There's kind of these waterworks stirring in us. There's a lot of sacral chakra energy going on as we're preparing for this eclipse portal on, I think December 25th or 26th in Capricorn. I can't remember the exact date, but that is going to be a cleansing portal. So this full moon is kind of setting us up for that. If you haven't already had this outburst of tears, I'm sure it is coming because it is stirring up and it needs to be cleared and cleansed so that our 2020 manifestations can be ready to go and get on and pop in with the process. So the obstacles with this lesson, we have Judgment. And then we have Four of Pentacles. So with this, what's going on is there's a call. There's a call happening for the Divine Feminine to step up in our work field, to step in our careers, and in what it is we really want to do in life. Because Four of Pentacles is financial stability, structure, somebody that's in their bag, they're good, they're set. So this Judgment is answering the call. So I feel like this is going to be a shift in careers. This could be shift in interests. If you've been working at the same job for 5 years and you're still not feeling emotionally fulfilled, or maybe you just kind of tapped out on that energy, you're going to be like, okay, I'm over it. Like, I need to do something else with my life because this ain't it. If you've been, practicing the same type of things, it's going to be like, okay, I feel like I've mastered this skill set. So what else can I take on? Because there's something else that's calling me in my life. There's a new talent arising, a new career path emerging that we have to answer that call. I literally have chills because that's so beautiful to me. So how to face this challenge, we have the Emperor. And trust me, I feel this call too. So it's not just me spewing out bullshit, because I definitely feel like I always resonate with my own readings as well. And then we have the Knave of Swords. So this call can be scary and exciting, but yeah. So, okay. So with this Emperor card, this is the Master. This is the all the kings intertwined into one energy in the tarot deck. So to become the Master at whatever new endeavor the Divine Feminine is shifting in, first we have to become the Knave of Swords, meaning we have to explore, we have to experience, we have to learn, right? Because the sword suit is about knowledge and intellect. So we have to start reading. If that means you have to go pick up some classes, if that means you have to go back to school completely in general, if that means you should start doing like meetup groups, because I know, at least in Vegas, I don't know if this is like a thing that's around like everywhere, but there's meetup groups for courses. Like if you want to pick up writing, dancing, singing, an instrument, whatever this is, you want to, take on a business course, they have a lot of good stuff in there. And I'm sure you can also Google and research whatever interest that is piquing you or calling you. The point is you have to answer this call because it will not get quieter. It's only going to get louder because the Judgment is the horn, right? You can't ignore the horn. When you keep hearing it, you have to fucking face it and follow it. Word to Frozen 2 because she answered that call in the fucking movie, which I also did a video breaking that down, which I'll probably post Sunday, maybe. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to post it. But you have to answer that call and you have to study, put in the work, put in the, time, patience, practice, and integrate that into your own being. So, if you are, you're trying to teach something or you're trying to become skilled at something, you have to really practice. You have to practice until you become a master at it. And obviously practice makes perfect. So don't feel like you technically have to be a master to even start it, But with practice, there should be a phase or a period of you're practicing your skill set or whatever this is for you. And, you do stuff for free for a minute. Or, if you do feel called to charge, you only charge like a cheaper amount until you feel like, okay, I'm good enough to where I can start charging and I feel comfortable charging. Just don't jump into something and be like, fuck it, I'm gonna start charging. Like, no, because you have to truly integrate that. You have to truly have practice under your belt in order to charge a fair price. Because at the end of the day, if you're doing this for just a check, then you're not living in alignment with your divine purpose. Your divine purpose is to do stuff in order to help and to heal or to, make beautiful whatever field it is, whatever it is for you. Yes, if this is something you can create a business on, then do so, but do it after you've had practice under your belt and you have the knowledge under your belt in order to share your wisdom and to share your knowledge. With Jupiter in Capricorn right now and Saturn in Capricorn, they're going to make sure you are doing the work. They will not let you float by trying to do this in an inauthentic mannerism. Even me, for example, when I first started tarot, I knew I didn't have enough knowledge with it to be charging. When I started trying to charge for my oracle readings, I was still reading from the booklet, which wasn't fair to people purchasing my readings. So I literally had to step it back and, do my fucking work, study it, practice it, integrate my knowledge of the cards in my day-to-day practice and using those messages to help further me in my own spiritual practice before I felt comfortable charging it or charging for it again. So, just kind of that same concept, carry that same information with you when you are going to do your own thing. So the outcome, we have the Nine of Swords. That's that fear. And then we have the Empress. And then we have the King of Chalices. So this is kind of like how I said, these shifts in our life can be very scary, especially if you've been at a place of work for a very long time. So this Nine of Swords energy is all these doubts, these fears, these things weighing heavy on her head because it's like, oh, I can't do it. Oh, I'm not good enough to do it. Oh, it's going to be too hard of work. Yeah, it will be. It will. Like, there's no easy way to break it down. It will, because Saturn's in the mix and Jupiter's in the mix and there's a lot of Capricorn energy in the mix right now. And they're going to make sure that it's hard on you because they want you to master it. Saturn is about mastering your gifts, your talents, your abilities. And that doesn't necessarily mean it is a bad thing. Instead of taking these doubts and fears as I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna fucking do it. I'm not doing it. Like, I'm just not. No, that's not what Saturn wants you to do. Instead of fearing it, move through that fear. Yes, you can still be scared when you're doing it. Yes, you can still be scared through your journey, but that's okay. Understand that your fear is just your brain trying to shut you out from experiencing any pain that comes along with that. So if you're moving through your fear, the brain will be like, no, we can't do this. We can't do this. And that's fine. But that doesn't mean you have to stay there. Work through that, move past that. I'm always fucking scared. Like, I'm always scared releasing readings. I'm always scared, offering new things. But does that mean I stop? Does that mean I just give up and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just not going to do it at all? No, that means as a daughter of Saturn, I have to keep pushing through it, keep maneuvering through it, because that's what Saturn wants us to do. Move beyond those rings of fear, move beyond his rings of doubt and, all these negative thought processes that aren't really ours to begin with. Saturn tries to protect us, but also to protect us, we have to experience the world, right? Because, if you're sitting here scared of everything outside of your house, you're never going to experience how gorgeous the world is. Yes, switching careers is scary. Yes, moving locations job-wise or into something that you've never done before is fucking terrifying. It's really terrifying. And I'm not even going to front about it, but it's terrifying because you don't know how people are going to receive it, if they're going to like it, if they're going to fuck with it, if they're going to support you. But honestly, it doesn't matter because it's in your divine alignment. And that's what truly matters. It doesn't matter if anybody you know doesn't support you. It doesn't matter. Do what Spirit is calling you to do, because that is the call you need to answer for your life to be fulfilled and for you to step into this Empress energy. Mind you, Empress is Venus. She is the bag herself. There is no securing it because she is the bag. And that's what we all are. We are the motherfucking bag. Okay. So you have to move beyond these fears to secure your own bag, to secure yourself, to live a virtuous and fulfilling, abundant life. You know, the Empress has everything she needs and more. She's literally tapped into this Venus energy to where she's good. She's nurtured. Her finances are straight. She's not worrying about a damn thing. She's chilling. She is chilling. And that's where we all want to be. So to do that, you have to move beyond these fears. You can't say, I'm not going to do it because I'm too scared. Yeah, you are scared, and that's completely fine. It is okay. The universe wants you to be scared because that's how you move. Not scared in a fear-based way of like there's something, an actual threat to you, because obviously we don't want to be threatened in real life. But when it comes to mental fears of not being good enough, not being able to do this, no. Like, sorry, that's not an excuse anymore. The universe is like, I'm sorry, we can't do it. And trust me, that I'm bagging on myself too, because this is still something I have to deal with, moving past my fears and saying, fuck it, you know, we're just going to do it, you know, whatever. So, and that's the point we have to get to is like, you know, we just got to do it. You got to take that leap of faith and just jump into it sometimes. But study, obviously, get into all of that to be able to master your craft. And then with the King of Chalices, this is where the emotional fulfillment is going to come in. You are going to be the King of Chalices. You are going to feel solid in your emotions. And when you're working through these fears, you're going to be fine in your emotions because you're going to persevere through them. You know, I was having a conversation with my mom earlier today, talking about how I was frustrated putting up my Christmas tree because all these adversities kept happening all day long to where it was kind of setting me back. But instead of sitting there getting frustrated like I normally would, I literally was like, okay, I'm frustrated and that's okay, but I'm still going to continue doing what I planned and intended to do instead of saying just fuck this, I'm over it, I'm done, because that's normally what I would have done. So literally it took perseverance for me to accomplish everything that I did yesterday in my house. But that's literally taking those emotions, having control over your emotions, and persevering through life, allowing yourself to be financially grounded, emotionally stable, physically stable enough to move through those emotions and do not let them hinder you or paralyze you. And that's really what this is, because once you're there, like, you know, you can still be scared, you can still be a little frightened moving into your craft, but that doesn't mean it paralyzes you from actually making that step or taking that step forward. So that was a lot, but I'm loving it. So with the crystal cards, we have Orpiment, success. Literally, success is going to come to us. Success is bound to come to us when we are living in our divine truth and in our divine purpose. Success is bound to us. We have that divine right to be successful financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically. In every area of our life, we will become successful if we are living in our divine truth. Granted, of course, we'll deal with hardships because that's just the human reality we exist in, but that doesn't mean that it's nothing that's worth going through. Then we have Selenite, Spiritual Awakening. So if you hear this call, if you hear these trumpets ringing with this Judgment card and you don't really know what this call is, tap into yourself. Tap into your heart, tap into your own energy field, and allow that to burst open. You know, if you have the option of working with selenite as a crystal, it's really good because it helps align and heal all your chakras. So if you you feel it, you feel this call, but you can't really get it down here, you know, because everything starts spiritual before it comes down to the physical realm. So if you hear it, but you don't really know what it is you're meant to be doing, try working with selenite and helping that bring it down to reality so it can reveal itself to you. Because some of these things that a lot of the divine feminine are going to be shifting into is work that is healing one way or another. You know, there's a lot of different career paths out there that intertwine with healing. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a tarot reader or working with elixirs and herbs and crystals. But, you know, even if you're, you know, into the beauty realm, you know, you're healing people and making them feel better about themselves. So in a way, that's still healing and therapeutic. So a lot of these shifts in our careers that are going to be happening, or our interests or whatever have you, is going to be it's going to be a process to reveal itself. So working with selenite, like I said, will help bring it down into the 3D realm, so you understand at least what it is. And then once you have that grasp on like, okay, this is the topic of what I'm going to be doing. So back to the beauty one, I'm going to be intertwined with beauty somehow, somewhere or another. Then it will unravel itself. You know, okay, you just have that in mind, like, yes, or I want to do something with the body, like workout wise or something in that nature. It will begin to reveal itself like, oh, okay, I really want to help people get a better body. What does that look like to me? How do I like working out? How do I like getting in alignment with my own body and in tune with my body? Does that mean breath work? Does that mean yoga? Does that mean, you know, being a personal trainer? Does that mean, you know, doing crystal work to help people tap into their body and align with themselves? Does that mean being, you know, a nutritionist? You know, there's all these different branches and fields that will expand your horizon, that all you need is the topic, right? All you need is that topic. If you're into beauty, okay, does that mean I'm going to start doing makeup? Does that mean I want to do eyelashes? Does that mean I want to be an esthetician? Does that mean I want to, you know, do laser hair removal? Like, what does that look like for me? You know, and just allow, okay, I want to be spiritual. I know that something dealing with the spiritual community is something that I want to be intertwined in. Does that mean I'm going to be doing readings? Does that mean I'm going to be doing natal charts or working with herbs? Does that mean I'm going to be teaching about crystals and selling crystals? Does that mean I'm going to be doing candle magic and spell work? You know, there's all these broad things, but as long as you have that kind of broadened title of what that looks like, the other parts will come easy. And sometimes it takes a while, so just be patient with yourself. And then we lead into the last card, which is Pryite, trust. You have to trust the process. You have to trust that revealing process, because whatever it is you're meant to do will come to you in divine timing. You know, for example, bringing it, obviously, because I'm the only example I can really think of for this. I knew I was meant to do spiritual work once I got into it. I just knew. But what that looked like over the course of my spiritual journey has transformed and, you know, taken on so many different metamorphoses to where it is what it is now. You know, I do readings, I still do candle magic, I do all of those things, besides natal charts, because that shit is hard. But, you know, I'm sure over time I'll be better at it. But it was trusting the process and trusting whatever it is that was revealed to me. Like, you know, even now there's things being revealed to me about things I'm supposed to do along my journey that, you know, right now they won't come to fruition, or right now they're not meant to happen. But that's trusting the process and trusting that it's going to unravel and bring me the connections and bring me to the places that I need to be in order to make those dreams come true, in order to align with that divine purpose. But I trust spirit. I trust my process. I'm still in the process of studying and doing a lot of research on different topics that I plan on getting into. So just trusting yourself, trusting the universe, trusting in your process, because everybody's looks different. And I promise you, your answer will not come overnight. And if it does, kudos to you, because I don't know anybody who has, but you know, and it looks different for everybody. It's all putting in that footwork to get to where we're trying to go, to where we become the Empress. You know, we're meant to be the Empress. We're meant to be the King of Cups. We're meant to be the Emperor. We're meant to master whatever it is that our craft is. And that is when our emotional fulfillment will come. That's when our abundance will come. And that's when we are living in our divine purpose and in our divine truth. So, yeah. That was a gorgeous reading. That was so motivational for even me too. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I am still available for personal readings along with distance Reiki sessions and the Sagittarius monthly readings. So I'll have my price list below. Be sure to follow me on social media, Cheyenne_Renee. You can DM me to book a reading, or you can email me at CheyenneXRenee@gmail.com. And like I said, I'll leave all of that information below. And I hope you guys have a gorgeous, gorgeous week ahead. I hope you clear out whatever these emotions are, you know. Okay, they want me to add that as well. Leaving and shifting careers, talents, jobs can be emotional. Sometimes it is a harsher emotion because it's sad. Like, wow, I'm really going to be doing something completely different. It's sad because it's scary and all these other emotions. And just trust, once again, trust this process. Allow the emotions to be felt through. Allow them to help you shift into your highest alignment and highest vibration. And just trust that everything is happening in divine timing and falling into alignment for you. So I hope you guys have a gorgeous, gorgeous week ahead, and I will see you next week. Bye.